Good morning, guys. It's Jasmine. Today I'm going to be showing you the more chill side of being a fourth year medical student. I have on a pair of my trusty compression socks. Definitely going to need these for all of the standing and walking we'll be doing on rounds this morning. And of course, the day's outfit wouldn't be complete without my personal protective equipment. We're still in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic. I have some brand new N95s for this rotation and a surgical mask that I will wear over them. Almost forgot my wallet. Can't have that. So let's get ready to go to the hospital. I wish I had a car mount so I could show you this crazy commute through Miami traffic, but unfortunately I don't, so it's not going to be safe to record.
I want to show you guys this better, but I was driving. There are literally hundreds of birds just all on the power lines. So weird.
I've arrived safely at the hospital. I'm using my badge to swipe in and out of the parking lot. Employees and students have to park off-site, so there's a shuttle that comes and picks us up and takes us to the actual hospital. Now look at just how far that walk is. When we get to the hospital, I have to swipe in to the employee entrance on the side of the ED. Now let's go find the team and pre-round. We finished up pretty early today. We only had about 10 patients. They were mostly follow-ups. We did have 2 new consults, but our attending's pretty efficient, so we finished at 10. We had a couple of altered mental status. There was one lady who had been feeling really sick after she ate breakfast, so she just kind of been vomiting all day. And of course, she was feeling dehydrated, a little lightheaded, and ended up falling, and she fell on her face, so she has a huge bruise over her eye. But today she's in good spirits and doing much better. So we actually had another patient who came into the emergency department with these weird sensations that were kind of going up and down his left arm and fingers. So we call those paresthesias. We ended up doing some imaging of his brain and found out that he had a high-level right-sided parietal lobe infarct. So that means that he had a stroke. And on the brain, the different areas of the brain kind of control different parts of the body. So the area where he had his stroke corresponds to sensation on the left arm. So all of his symptoms matched up with that stroke. We were concerned that maybe his stroke came from a clot that was thrown from the body to the brain. So we did what's called a cardioembolic workup. And what we found was there were no clots in his heart, but there was what's called a PFO, or patent foramen ovale, which is a hole that's in the top chambers of your heart. There's still some more tests that have yet to be done, so we're going to keep following up with him, and cardiology is also seeing him because of the hole that he has in his heart. It's also really nice to see when your patients get better. One gentleman that we have, he's in his 60s. He had come in with a left-sided stroke and ended up, he was unable to move the entire right side of his body, and he ended up having a facial droop too. So when I first saw him, he didn't really have any strength back, but today his right leg and his right arm, he's able to move those just fine, and his facial droop is resolved. He and his wife are very happy about that, and we're happy about that too. Let's see if the shuttle will actually be here and not forget me again, but that's probably not likely gonna happen. So I'm walking back to my car now. The shuttle didn't remember to pick me up, but I could use the exercise, so it's no big deal. Tomorrow I'm going to give a little talk to the rest of the team on syncope. So I'm gonna go home and prepare for that. And then I'll probably do a little bit of like preparation to study for my step 2, which I'll be taking at the end of next month. But otherwise, it's a pretty chill day. Later on, I have an aerial silks class, so I'll probably take you guys to go see that too. So there's the shuttle that was supposed to come and pick me up. Just chilling. I just want to take a minute. This is more like a moment of pride for me right now. Can we just appreciate how clean my car is? It never looks this good, and she is just glistening right now. Sometimes I'm a good car owner, I promise. When you're in the hospital, it can be really hard to find a quiet place to record. So sorry for all of the noise, but everyone's always going back and forth, which is expected because it's a hospital. So for now, I'm going to head back home, change up out of these hospital scrubs and shower, go get some lunch, and then start to attack that to-do list that I have for today. So let's go brave that Miami traffic again. Figured I'd show y'all what it looks like during the daytime from the balcony. It's a little overcast, but it's still pretty and feels good outside with a nice breeze, so I think I'll work outside today. So I got a little bit of work done this afternoon, and now I'm gonna head off to an aerial silks class. Have my mat and all of my supplies ready to go. So I'll take you guys along with me. Just finished up class. We actually can't record during classes, so I tried to take a video afterwards, but I couldn't stop swinging and be still long enough to get a good angle. I started about a month or so ago, so I'm relatively new, as you can see. I go about once a week, so I'd say I'm definitely hooked, and I would recommend this if you're looking to try something new for exercise. I made it back from my aerial silks class in one piece. This class was a little bit more advanced than the ones that I'm used to doing. There were more inversions, which is hanging upside down, different flips and tricks, and we actually did this one move called sumo, where you're up really high in the air and then you do like a drop to come down. So it was really cool, and I'm glad that I got to try it. You actually have to do a couple of classes before you can go into this one, so it was nice to finally try it out. Now I'm just gonna go, well, once I get done recording this, I'm going to go get some dinner, and by get some dinner, I mean heat up some chicken empanadas from the fridge, and then work a little bit on my talk on syncope for tomorrow, just finish that up. And then maybe just watch some Netflix to just chill and kind of wind down before bed. One of the good things about being a fourth-year medical student is that you don't have nearly as many exams as you did beforehand. COVID-19 really shortened our third year. So we had to make up that time, and that meant that all of our clerkships ended up getting really condensed. But with each clerkship, you still have to take a shelf exam. So every couple of weeks you were in a new clerkship in a new field of medicine, and you still had to study for a shelf exam. So you would go into the hospital or into clinic for however many hours during your day, but then you still have to come home and study hardcore for this shelf exam that's going to be in a couple of weeks, while also keeping up with your clinical duties and making sure that you're reading up on your patients and understanding their different diseases and being able to propose management to the team. So right after my third year, I took my step 1. So I had another couple of weeks of just intense studying. And I took my step 1 on a Friday. And then that following Monday, I started my sub-internship. So there was just a lot of craziness and just going. And now, whenever I can get a break, I am definitely glad for it. So that's my version of a very easy day as an MS4. It's not always this easy, but I soak it up when I can. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.